Konnichiwa! Welcome to day 2 of the 12 Days of Anime. Today, I will be talking about Edelweiss, which was a visual novel I have read recently. Read or played, whatever you call a visual novel. I always consider it reading because there's not really so much of gameplay as there is reading. Unless you can speak Japanese, because it's a fully voice-acted visual novel. Which, I always enjoy that, because it's like, you get a feel for what their voices are supposed to sound like and everything. But in Edelweiss, you take the role of a boy named Kazushi and his friends, and you are on the way to an island to go to a new school. Well, this school also happens to be an all-girls school, and you and your friends also happen to be massive perverts, apparently. And they couldn't be any less subtle about this at all. And from reading, whenever you start this, you would expect it to not be too serious, but it does get into some really serious parts, and it's very enjoyable. And it really hits you right here, especially with Haruka's ending. Oh, poor Haruka. But throughout the entire thing, you follow his antics, and you get to, well, of course, interact with some of his antics and tell him who he should go find, or who he should do that, and then get to experience that story. And I've currently only finished Haruka's storyline, and I'm working on Mei's, who's your teacher, by the way. Because, of course, as soon as I finish the first one, I have to go for the teacher. Because who's not going to go for the teacher? But so far, even the teacher's storyline seems like it's going to have some really touching and, like, heartfelt moments in it. I mean, I did not expect it. I thought it was like the people who made this visual novel were going to be like, we know why you guys picked the teachers. We know you just want to fuck the teacher. But no. For starters, apparently she has amnesia. Because she fell. She had some sort of accident. I don't know if she fell or not, because it really hasn't explained what happened yet. All I know is she had an accident and lost her memories from before she arrived on the island. And it does take place in a semi-modern time. I guess it would be modern for when the visual novel was made, which I think was 2006? Maybe? Maybe earlier. But it takes place in a more modern setting, which is interesting because it covers the topic of alchemy. No, not nice walking suit of armor kind of alchemy. Not the kind of alchemy that costs you an arm and a leg. But sort of like that kind of alchemy. It's more of a combination between like a Full Metal Alchemist style alchemy with the equivalent exchange and like Skyrim and more video game and potions and stuff type of alchemy. Because rather than using like summoning circles and everything and using materials to form into new shapes and new materials, they use like plant-based, like any kind of matter and plant-based matter and stuff like that to put in and make potions and stuff. And it takes a really interesting course, which I really enjoyed. And I don't want to give too much more away about it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I plan on, as soon as I can get the money, buying this visual novel after having read as much as I have, because the company deserves the money for it. Though this was also, fair warning if you do go to play it, this was done back in the very early days of Manga Gamer. Overdrive did the visual novel, but Manga Gamer did the localization and translation of it, so there are a lot of typos in it. And unless you can sit there and think and figure out what they should be saying, and what you think should be what they're saying, I wouldn't advise you to try and read it, because it does take a lot on some parts. But I should be wrapping this up soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you next time if you did. Arigato.